We have a whole set now of the tapes of the Hebrew class done by Baruch. It's now been edited. It will be done more professionally during the summer. I'll work with them. But what you have are the tapes of classes that you might have missed, and my voice is loud enough you're able to hear what I have to say, etc. I also am listening to the tapes to see how I'm performing. Everything seems to be okay, except that Zev walks with a little stumble here and there. But don't be concerned, I'm okay. Okay, Yirmiyahu, why don't we pick up with you now? And the exercise, as I get my glasses on, basically is the following. Add the preposition. We're looking at exercise 385. Add the preposition lamed and the definite article. So the first thing you'll do is add the definite article. Then the Bakal letter lamed comes along, and as you have in your notes, it's not written alongside the definite article. It strikes out the definite article and takes over the vowel. So what you need to tell me is the definite article, what's underneath that definite article, then the lamed comes along and strikes it out. Read the example as it's given. Okay. Okay, first read the word konoa. Okay, konoa. And then how do you say the konoa? You say the konoa. Would that be ha konoa? That's right. And how do you say to the movies? Oh, yeah. See your instruction says add a definite article, which you just did, but then add a lamed to the definite state. You want to say to the cinema or to the movies. So that's not Hakono. It means the movies or the cinema. Adding the lamed now, what do you do? That's it. No, the lamed strikes out the hay. Lakono. Lakono. As you see it written out there. Again, the Bakal letters, when they're attached to a word, if the word is indefinite, the lamed is alongside that word. When the noun is definite, meaning the definite article, the lamed is not alongside the hay. It strikes out the hay and takes over its vowel. So what I'm asking the two of you to do is this. Read the word as you see it in the indefinite state. That's what she's doing. She's giving you the nouns indefinitely. Make the noun definite, and then go a step further, add the lamed to the definite noun. So this is like the first one that's ungly, right? Okay, the line underneath konoa, you have the bet the yud the tav. Do you recognize that word? Under konoa, correct? No. The word bayit. Oh yeah, that's house. Okay, bayit is house. House, yeah, house. Okay, I'm not asking the meaning. I just want you to read the word bayit. Now, how do you say the bayit? Oh, the bayit would be. Maybe la. That's to the. To the. Okay. Ha, ha, that's right. Ha bayit. And now, how do you say to the house? That's right, la bayit. And the other thing you got to worry about is how to point the hay. The hay will be pointed with a patach if the next letter, as in this case a bayit, can take a dagesh chazak. Not laha, la bayit. All right, let's try it again. Let me write it on the board. What you have is the word bayit. Bayit as given is the indefinite state of the noun. A definite state is that English word the. But bayit as is written is simply home, house, or a home. The house, the hay's normal pointing is with a patach as long as the next letter can take a dagesh. In the case of bayit, the negation at bet is a dagesh kal. One of the 6 bigger kefir letters beginning a word would be plosive. That's the plosive dot, the dagesh kal. And now when you add the hey with a patach, that dot is the same dot, all right, but it's a different function. It's the strong dot. It closes the short vowel underneath the hey. So now the first syllable is CVC, second syllable is CV, and the third syllable is CVC with the yud and short chirik followed by the tav. This bet is doubled, and because this patak doesn't have a dagesh hazak in that yud, it's an irregular syllable, short vowel open, and that's why the accent is over that second of the 3 syllables. When you say the word bayit, we don't say bayit. We emphasize that first syllable, short vowel, open syllable, is irregular, demands the accent. And then the lamed comes along. The lamed's normal pointing is with a shvanah. But when the lamed is affixed to a word which has a definite article in front of it, the lamed strikes out the definite article, and whatever vowel is underneath that definite article, the lamed takes it over. So it's lab by it, not lib by it or something of that nature. Okay, all that should be really part of the way how you deal with this exercise. And I guess I'm going to do some of that emphasis, right? I'm going to reiterate that again with you. So we've got to really focus on different points of Hebrew grammar. Okay, Yirmiyahu, you'll be reading the first few words. The next word. That's right, cheder. Cheder. Again, it's hard to know how to say the words, particularly if the word is unvocalized. The whole idea is when you study your Hebrew verbs to begin with, see them with the vocalization. And since everything is done at home, it means a few more hours at this, but it'll be to your benefit. In the word cheder, I have a short sego and chet. I do not see a dagesh chazak in the dalet. I do not see a shvanach underneath the dalet. I have to conclude that the first syllable is open. An open syllable with a short vowel is irregular. It therefore demands the accent. Second syllable is CVC. The dalet letter, sego, the resh, is a closed syllable, short vowel is regular. And then to go further, the bega kefir letter dalet. You see what I'm doing? I'm not putting a dot in that dalet. If I did, I would close that first syllable. I don't have it plosive. It's continuance. So that's why we have a situation of irregular syllable in the first syllable. The word cheder means room. The word cheder can also be a classroom. But basically the meaning is room.
The Passover hater, is that the same thing?
Is what?
Passover hater or Seder? Oh, there's a difference between Seder and hater.
A Seder?
Seder and a hater are 2 different things.
Yes, I didn't say Seder.
Yeah, no, I just knew.
Okay. Okay, when you say cheder, that's already Ashkenazic pronunciation. Cheder is the Hebrew.
I've been with you, I've been with Ashkenazi.
Well, if the Sfaradim are saying cheder now, it's maybe because, let me be very clear about it. That word cheder, this is a proper vocalization. The proper pronunciation of the sego in Sephardic Hebrew is an S sound. Ashkenazim, depending from which part of Europe they come from, will maybe shift that sound from an to an A. And then you can argue the word cheder is not just a classroom, but it's also a class school. It's a school. I'm going to cheder now. I'm going to school now after public school. So in that sense, there is a distinction. Cheder is a class, classes. Cheder is a room. I'm going to cheder, or I'm going to cheder. People would say I'm going to cheder if they're talking about going to school. But this is really Ashkenazic pronunciation. Okay. Ali, good to see you. Okay, let's get back to the reading. So again, Yirmiyahu, read that word, and first as the indefinite, then as the definite, then with the lamed. Okay, cheder. Cheder. How do you say the room? Come on. Ha? Cheder. That's right. Ha cheder. Okay, now the question is the pointing of that hay. Do you put a patak there, or do you put a kamatz there, or do you put a chatapatak there? When we do exercise like that, you have to write the vowels. You just can't write the consonants. Look at your rules of the hay letter. I gave you 4 or 5 points about the hay, how it is pointed. When you write without vowels, you write just the letter hay, and that's the end of that story. And Israelis know how to say the sound, but do they know how to write the right sound of the yah? Or you be able to try the regular pointing of the hay. The hay normally gets pointed with a patach, right? Does the letter chet take a dagesh chazak?
Yes.
Okay, that's where the mistake is made. The chet letter, the aleph letter, the ayin letter. Let's try that again. The hay, the chet, the hay and the chet, aleph and ayin, and the letter resh. Those 5 letters do not take a dagesh chazak. So the patach underneath the hay would not work. You have to increase it to the next sound. All right, let me show you on the board. What you have is the patach is not going to be found before laryngeal letters. The hay's pointing is with a kamatz. Is with a kamatz. And then how many times have I said it? If the laryngeal letter has a kamatz under it, such as a chet with a kamatz under it, then the hay will be pointed with a segol. These are different points I gave you so many times in class dealing with the hay letter. So as you,
It's a long vowel.
no, it's not a long vowel. If you have a chamatz underneath the chet, that's in the word chadash. It could be the medial chamatz. Chadash, see the 2 chamatzes? The last one is closed. The second one is one place removed from the accent. The medial chamatz is either accented, as it is here, or one place removed, as it is here as well. And in front of this word, the hay gets pointed with a segol. If this were a long kamatz, then I guess the hay will probably have still a segol. I am not aware of any word with a long kamatz that has a laryngeal letter above it. The one word I used the other day, shavuot, is a shin letter, not one of the laryngeals. Furthermore, we don't use a definite article by shavuot. If a noun is a proper noun, it doesn't need to be emphasized with the word the. The is only when you take something indefinite and make it definite. When you use a name for something, it's already something definite. So the name Yirmiyahu, I cannot be confused with Elijah or with Eli or with Baruch. There's only one Yirmiyahu. If there are 2 Yirmiyahus in the classroom, then I qualify it. Yirmiyahu Aleph, Yirmiyahu Bet. But a name is a name is a name is itself a definite concept. You don't put a definite article in front of it. That's why that verse that's found in Genesis 22 that you know so well now has that word Ha Elohim, which is so difficult to understand. Why the definite article in front of the word God? Let me go over that for again. And the translation I have in my English Bible, and I checked with other translations, they translate that word Ha in front of the word Elohim as the word that God said to Abraham. But that's not the word normally used for that in Hebrew, which is the word Asher. Anyway, I can get carried away again. I don't want to do that. I want to go back to our Hebrew. But just to check what I said, in Genesis chapter 22, you have the phrase, Vahi achar dvarim ha'ele v'ha'elokim nisa et Abraham. And the God tried Abraham or tested Abraham. It doesn't make sense. And the gods tested, the verb is in the singular. But the God with a capital G is a redundant phrase. So the translations get out of it by using the word that, not the word the. But Hebrew has a word for that, and it's not the definite article sign. That's what happens when you have a written Torah and why the oral Torah is necessary to interpret what otherwise is a grammatical and theological challenge. I think I'm talking to myself right now, but that's okay. Okay, okay, all right. I have you in mind, because you. Okay, okay. In the churches, you're not going to have that type of emphasis because the Hebrew is just above people, and that's it. And in Jewish synagogues, you have a similar problem. How many people in a shul would understand what I just said right now? Even more so, the rabbi in the synagogue would say, he's a heretic. Watch what he's saying.
I didn't hear it, but
Yeah, that's okay. I haven't been called out to my face. And if any rabbi calls me out to my face, I don't move it at all. I don't get wacko. That's exactly what it is. It's your opinion, guy. Not a heretic at all. You don't know Hebrew. You don't know what the text is saying. Okay, let's get back to our Hebrew. This is going to take a lot of time now. Okay, Yirmiyahu, now that we have the word hacheder, and we point to hay with a kamatz because the chet cannot take it against Chazak, how do you say to the room? Not la. Again, if it's hacheder, the lamet strikes out the chet, the hay, la cheder. All right, take one more. That's right. Ochel, good. Ochel meaning food. Make it definite. How do you say the food? Ha. Okay, what's underneath the hay? Would you put a patak there or a kamatz? That's right. And the reason is laryngoletic doesn't get doubled. The kamatz is what looks like an X, what looks like a hammer. And how do you say to the food, Yirmiyahu? That's it. All right, so Laleo. Thank God we got through that one. All right, the next couple. Baruch, continue. And what does Misrad mean? Any idea? All right. Ellie, what's the meaning of Misrad? Again? Office.
okay. Hamisrad, le misrad.
Not le,
La misrad.
la Misrad. What's underneath the lamed when you say la Misrad?
The comments or patak?
Well, now you give me either or. Which one would you think it is?
I was just get the comments.
Okay, again, the normal pointing is when you say the definite article, is a hey with a patach if the word you're attaching it to can receive it against chazak. The letter mem is not a laryngeal letter. So it would be hey with a patach under it, hamisrad. Lamed comes along, strikes out the hey to the office, lamisrad.
La misrad.
With a patach. All right, people, it's going over again and again. We got to take some notes on this. Hopefully you go over this at home, everybody. All right, the next word. Go ahead, Baruch.
Università.
Università. How do you say the university?
Università.
And to the university?
Okay. La università.
And underneath the lamed is the patach or kamatz.
Papa.
I got you. Oh, well, Baruch, the word università begins with an aleph. Aleph, hey, chet, and ayin, and resh are the 4 or 5 letters that do not have the patach underneath the hey. The hey cannot double that patach because of those little letters of the resh. So you have to increase the ah sound of the patach to the kamatz. Ha università sounds the same way as a kamatz or a patach on the hey. It's a medial kamatz when it comes to pointing. All right, take the next one.
Kibbutz. Kibbutz.
Underneath the hay is what vowel?
Hamas. I'm sorry, I was just guessing.
Kibbutz doesn't. The kibbutz doesn't have a laryngeal letter.
Right. So it would be with a patach.
That's right. The hay has a patak and then a dagesh chazak in the kuf.
Oh, this is not going to. All right. So then it would be okay. La kibbutz.
La kibbutz. Okay, take one more.
Talmidim. Talmidim. Is it Talmidim or Talmidim?
No, Talmidim.
Oh, okay. Talmidim. Okay. Talmidim. And then it would be, that's not a original letter. Is it that original letter?
If you mean my regular letter, it's not a laryngeal letter. Yes.
Oh, okay. So it would take a patach underneath the hay, and then the lamed before, break out the hay, put a patach on the bottom. La talmidim.
Okay, let's tell me him. Okay, you at least went over the explanation. That was fine. All right, the last 3. Ellie?
ספרים באנגלית, books in English, הספרים באנגלית, with the patach underneath, and then לספרים באנגלית, so
Okay.
to the books.
Continue with the next word.
אורחות,
Say that word again. Say that word again.
ארוחות,
Okay, aruchot.
so you have a kamatz under the hay, ארוחות, then לארוחות.
Okay, good enough. Next word.
אורחים is guests, male plural, and then same thing. האורחים, kamatz under the hay, then לאורחים.
How do you say to the guests?
לאורחים.
Okay. All right, Ellie's got it down perfectly. Okay, that's the way you do it. Laryngeal letters, you increase the patak to a kamatz. If the laryngeal letter has a kamatz under it, a medial kamatz under it, then the definite article will have the pointer of a signal. Okay, the next example. The preposition mem and the definite article. Again, the definite articles are hey to the following words. The dugma that's cited, the word ear is city. The city is ha'ir. Look at how Edna is very careful this time. She has a hay with a kamatz underneath the hay because the iron letter is laryngeal letter, cannot be doubled. The pata goes to kamatz form. And then the letter min. Normal attachment is a mem with a chirik under it. If the next letter can take a dagesh chazak. The definite article, by definition, does not get doubled. So you point the mem with its seirei. So you read the word, make the word definite, and add the min letter contracted. The min word contracted. Back to you, Yirmiyahu. Read the word. Page 136, the second to last line.
That word
Bayit is the singular, but the plural is that word that's found.
So it would be abayat.
Not bayatim. Help him with that word, Baruch.
Okay, so I was writing notes. Bayit.
Read the word that's found in the text.
It was a bet yud top. That was.
It says Bet Tav Yud Mem. We're looking at the second.
Beitim.
Beitim is saying?
Yeah, Beitim houses.
Beitim, okay. Just 1 minute. Eli, correct both of your fellow students. How do you read that word?
Team.
Batim. Okay. All right, all of you get me. Let me have your attention right now. It's all right. The errors that we're making is part of our learning experience. The word, let's just start this way. The word is bayit. We get down a very basic word in Hebrew and get rid of all the confusion that's now associated with that word in light of my two students. And let me see what's going to happen from this. If I write stuff on the board, I would make a strong suggestion for your knowledge of other dimensions of Hebrew that you get some of this down right now. The word bayit. Bayit by itself is a word for house. I'm going to go through the 3 stages of a noun. You have the absolute state, the construct, the definite state, and the construct. The word as a word is by itself is the indefinite state of a noun. By it means a house, it means a home. If I want to make it definite, the house, I have my definite article, habayit, habayit. And again, please know your accents. If a short vowel is open syllable, it needs to be stressed. And then there is that third state, which is the tricky state, the state known as the construct. House of, home of. And that word is now bait. Bait does not mean a house. Bait does not mean a home. It means a home of. Beit Garber is Garber's house. It's the equivalent of an apostrophe S in English. It's the equivalent of OF in English. But the difficulty, look how the change of vowels. I went from an ayat type of word to a word that looks like a long tsere, bait. With that in mind, there's another word I want you to think of, and that's the word bat. The word bat. The word bat is a word for daughter. Bat. When you look at the word bat, if your eyes are not completely focused, it can be interchanged with bayit. Bat, bayit, they both have a bet and both have a tav to it. And then habat ayes is the daughter. Adds a definite article. And then the construct is the word bat. So that word bat, I know of no other word for daughter except bat, is both the absolute form and the definite form and the construct form. The one thing that comes to mind is maybe we spell the word bat with a kamatz for the absolute form, then a patak takes over for the construct. I don't think so. Let me double check the dictionary if he has the spelling here. I definitely know that the word bat is both the word for the construct and also for the absolutes. But let me see what the Milona has to say. I'm looking at the word bat. It has a patak, it has a patak, it has a patak. It doesn't even bother with a kamatz, as I thought. Keep all this in mind. I now want to go into the plurals. The plural of the word bayit is the word batim. Batim. Properly spelled should have no digation at top. I know what I'm talking about. Let me see what this fellow has here. Don't know why I'm thinking of a negation at the top. It's just not right. The word batim has a kamatz underneath the bet. You see how hesitant I am with every word I'm writing? An average Israeli would not be concerned at all with any of this. Let's take a look at the word bayit. Just stay with me on this one. I've got the word bayit here. I've got a lot of bait words as a result. I've got 2 pages with the construct word bait. So many words have the word bait, like bait knesset, bait kisei, bait midrash. Yep. I was right with my hesitation. The spelling of the word batim is spelled like this. All right, I want you all to write this down. This is unusual. If the kamatz is closed with a letter that follows with a dagesh chazak, then that particular kamatz is a short kamatz. Boatim. The Ashkenazim say anyway, boatim. Not because of grammar, that's how they say the kamatz. So it's an or sound by them. If this is Sephardic Hebrew, if this is a medial kamatz in a closed situation, it has to be accented. And if that's so, then what do we do with the next word, which also has a long vowel close? The proper spelling of batim should be what I wrote the first time on the board. I noticed also a problem in my mind that something is wrong here. It's spelled with a dagesh in the top. I cannot explain it except to say it's a scribal error. A scribal, a scribal, a scribe. That's right. The way to explain that is that the word bayit originally has a yud. That yud is a real consonant, and somehow that yud is missing, and maybe the dagesh in that tav is meant to show mercy, sympathy for the missing yud. I am not exaggerating.
I agree because some letters are large, some are smaller.
Well, just let me get this across. This is part of Jewish tradition. When something should be there and all of a sudden it's gone, with no explanation why it is gone, we show rachamim, we show mercy, we show compassion. So you show it by putting a dagesh in the top, which is irregular Hebrew grammar. I want Baruch and Eli to ask their good rabbis, why do we write the word batim in dagesh, if they even know this? I have no doubts in my mind, and don't embarrass yourself. They will have no answer. It's chashuv. So for my Hebrew scholars, you'll write the word batim with dagesh tav, and you'll know there's a problem. This dagesh is a plosive dagesh, no problem. This dagesh following the kamatz is definitely a strong dot. If that's so, is this a short kamatz? We say batim, we don't say batim. It should not be a dagesh there. And if it's a strong dagesh, then that should be a short kamatz, batim. So maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the pronunciation should be batim. Do you see how I can shift it around now? And maybe that's the explanation. It's meant to be a short kamatz. That's why there's a dagesh chazak in that top. And then the accent needs to be the last syllable. That's no problem. Long vowel, close situation. And now let me give you an indication of what's going on in this classroom. I had no intention of even thinking about this today. Yirmiyahu, you're getting experience of Judaism. That's what a Jew does. Don't expect what's going to happen. And when it occurs, don't say, I don't need to know that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me offer another alternative. The word is pronounced Botim. I'll have to accept the short kamats.
So the short command
Short
has
kamats,
the O sound, or is it more
that's
like
right.
the O sound, which is the sound of Ashkenazi, correct?
It's not Ashkenazic right now. This is a short kamats close situation, and that's why the tav is adopted it. That marker of the accent is on the last syllable, the team. This definitely needs the accent because you have a long vowel close. So the CVC of the last syllable, the second or two syllables, needs to be accented. This one is a short vowel in a closed situation. It's not a medial kamatz. I began by saying we pronounce the word as batim. The word probably is botim. I know of no Israeli says botim. We all say batim.
Sounds like you're coming up with an additional vowel. O-I-T.
Well, this is a problem we have spoken Hebrew and what's grammatically correct Hebrew. And you know as well as I do, we have a Yemenite running around in this classroom here. He'll throw everybody out. You don't know how to say anything. And they go with some kind of Arabic background. I don't know what they got there. But then again, original Hebrew probably is more reflective of that accent anyway.
I think it's the original pronunciation. That's what
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, that's it. But our class is modern Israeli Hebrew. But again, this issue, I've never had this problem before in all my years of teaching Hebrew. I'll try to look into it. It's probably Botim. Botim. Otherwise, I can't explain why there's a dot in that top. And we're not finished. I got that word bot coming along right now. Anyway, however you want to pronounce it, batim or botim, this is how you write it according to Mr. Dictionary here. So you put a dagation at top. Again, I raised some issues, but now I think I got the answer. That probably is an or sound, which is probably so grammatically, but in pronunciation, people don't say batim, they say batim. Okay, and then what you have here is habatim. Notice I'm still speaking by Israeli Hebrew. Habatim, rather habatim, whatever. 1 second, you add your definite article, and then when it comes to the construct plural, the word bait is bate. And again, I got a problem. If this has been batim all along, then it should be bate written this way. I wrote it this way. The medial kamatz followed by the fact that it has to be closed. No. Medial kamatz is either accented or one place removed from the accent. Out of curiosity, let me just see if he has the word bate here. And if he does have the word bate, if he's putting a dagation at top or not. Just bear with me as I try to go through this thing completely. You're getting your Leil Tikkun Shavuot. So tonight, you're supposed to stay up all night and study. Well, you're getting a good study lesson right now. I got the word bait. Let me see who's got the word bate here. He's got a whole list of words of the word bait. What is it? He does.
But they also mean like plural of houses.
I'm not hearing what you're saying, but okay.
Isn't can bate also be like batim?
1 minute. All right, he does not have the word bate here at all. Okay, because he's not interested. He has nouns like Beit Knesset, an institute of Jewish learning is a Beit Midrashot. He has in the plural. A slaughterhouse is Beit Mitzvachayim. Never heard of that word before. Beit Melachah is a workshop. Beit Mischar is a business store. Okay, but he doesn't have that word bait in the plural. He only has it as the construct singular and then adds different nouns which imply what the bait is, the house of what. He has beit shimush for toilet. Okay, but the word bate he does not have. Yes, he does. Okay, he has rabim as bate. Okay, oh, 1 second. All right, let's get it down. The plural of the word bate, he's spelling it this way.
So disregard the
All right, if it's going to be spelled this way, then that's a short kamatz. Bate. I can't explain it otherwise. I know it as bate, bate. I know it as bait. I know it as batim. But in light of the grammar that we're emphasizing constantly in this classroom, and that dagesh has got to be a dagesh chazak, and that kamatz has got to be a short kamatz. Bate. Something I'm learning. And if you have Israeli friends, just ask them, how do you say it in the plural? You say batim or batim? Just ask. Don't say anything else. They'll say batim. Okay, we're now with that word bat. That word bat is another word that's throwing me. I double checked the spelling. He spells it with a patak all the way through. So let's pick up on that word bat here. The plural of the word bat is banot. Banot. And that's a problem. Where does the nun come in? If it's banot, then habanot will be the definite article. Habanot. And then a construct is benot. Benot. Daughters of. Benot Yisrael. You take the word for son, S-O-N, not son, shemesh. The word is bain. Don't confuse it, spelling it with a yud. That word means in between. Bain with a long sere means in between. Bain, spelled with a sere without the yud following, is the word for son, S-O-N. The word bar, as you know in the word bar mitzvah, that's Aramaic. And then you take that word bain, make it definite, habain, and then make its construct bain. Just like the word bat. Bat, habat, and bat. The plural of the word bain is banim. And maybe it's that banim word that influences the plural of bat to make it banot. See what I'm getting at? The bat by itself does not have a nun in it. Bain does have a final nun. And that the final nun becomes the sign of the last syllable in the Kirkud men.
that means children.
How's that?
Banim.
Banim.
Banim means
Children, male and
sons.
female.
Banim means sons, it also means children.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's another meaning.
Eladim.
Like in Bnei Israel. We're not there yet. Banim is sons. I was just playing with a comparison between the word bat and bain. So if bat is going to be daughter, we'll translate bain as a son, S-O-N. And then habanim. And then the construct is b'nai. That word bain also means a child. And many of you know the phrase b'nai Israel, the children of Israel. It's translated by some as people of Israel. And hardly anybody says sons of Israel, but you can say that too. Anyway, the word is b'nai. And the construct of the word banot is binot. Anyway, just to give you several words which look familiar at first, a bat and a bayit word, Now the Bain with another Bain spelled with a Yud. And then the spelling with a Kamatz, pronounced as an A, but it really should be an O sound probably. When you look at a dictionary, let me give you my experience right now. You have a proper spelling, but you don't have the pronunciation. So I don't know what he means when he has the Mornay or whatever he's got there. Anyway, we learned something. We all are learning. I'm learning as well. Okay, get back to our Hebrew right now. All right, we're looking now at the word batim. Okay, and that word batim is meant to not confuse it with the word, I guess, bayit and bats, the word benot or banot. Okay, Yirmiyahu got back to the word batim. How do you say the houses? Habatim. That's right. And how do you say to the houses? I'm sorry, we're using the letter min. Okay, so it's the definite article is habatim. How do you say from the houses?
That would be, is it Labatim?
You're using the letter mem. What are you putting underneath the mem? A chirik or a tzere? You're adding it to the word habatim. No, you're not using the lamed. You're using the letter mem. Okay, Baruch help him. The word mem is abbreviation of the word min.
So yeah, so I wrote like that. We did the one above. I did the habatim, and I put the
It's not beitim, it's batim.
batim habatim, and then I put the mem in with the hirik, and I crossed out the hay, and so I put mi batim.
All right, let's try this one more time. Do you see the example cited? Ear, ha'ir, mehayir. The hay does not drop. The mem does not cancel the hay. The bet letter does. The kav letter
Oh, I
does.
got it. So mi habatim.
Mihabatim. Yirmiyahu Atamaskim, do you agree with him? Is it Mihabatim?
Yes.
And Mr. Eli?
Mihabatim,
What's underneath the mem?
or if you're saying Mihabatim, then Chirik.
Achirik. So I have 3 students.
No, I'm saying based on what he said, then Chirik.
No one's right.
Yeah, what's that? You said Achirik. I heard what you said.
No, so I'm just repeating.
You're repeating what okay. I have 3 students. I have 1 student who's repeating the second student. I have Yirmiyahu who says, shut up already, because we're getting into trouble. All right, people. I can't blame you. It's the end of the semester. I salute you for sticking around. The word is batim. Let's just get it down. Definite article with a patah. The bet letter can take a dagesh chazak. Habatim. The mem letter comes along is a chirik. If it's a chirik, then the hay should be able to take a dagesh chazak. The hay's laryngeal letter cannot be doubled, so the mem is pointed with a tzere. Me habatim. In front of the laryngeal letters and the resh, you point the mem with a tzere, not with a chirik. All right, with that said, we should now get through this whole exercise. The next one, go ahead, Yirmiyahu.
So that's Misrad?
Misrad, yes.
Okay. So there's Ha-Misrad? Hey Misrad.
Okay, let me hear with the mem.
Hey Misrad? In the desert.
All right, Yirmiyahu, let's go slowly. Misrad is the word. How do you say the Misrad?
That Misrad would be Hey Misrad.
Hamisrad. Ha. Patach. And now with the letter mem, the min word.
Okay. Me,
Come on.
me, Hamisrad?
That's it. Mei Hamisrad. Take one more word.
Oh, it was seven, not here?
It's Aaron.
Like
Next word. 1 second. Give me out the next word.
Um, is that or he or
Resh Dal Yud Vav.
he like yes, right?
Orchid.
Or 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 king. How you say it? Guest. I think it's guest, though, right? That's the word, no?
No, not the. Where are you? Which word are you like?
I,
On the bottom, the last one.
no, no, no.
Look at
Well,
that. Look at
The
the
last
sentence.
one.
Oh, well,
The last like exercise and the third word.
He's looking at the last word. That's what happens to go up 1 9. Alphabet, the one begins with rest, and then you have five.
The third word.
what, people, you're losing me right now. I'm looking. Just wait a minute. Ellie, let me just get this straight. Yirmiyahu, go back to that word. The race, the doubt, the yud, and the vav. Does it look like any word that we saw the last time? Which we did, by the way.
we've seen these before. Yeah.
All right, Baruch, try that word.
What
Radev. Elish, try that word. Again? Radiu?
Oh, radio.
Radio?
That's
Radio.
it's the word radio.
Oh, okay.
All right, all three of you.
Okay.
All right, well, just wait a minute. I guess I'm assuming we know how to say these words already. The word is radio, 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 radio. The word is not Hebrew, obviously. But you won't be able to know that word unless you see it for the first time. And it was introduced already.
Is it a radio or rodeo?
No, it's not rodeo, it's radio. Radio.
So
Okay, with that word radio, how do you say the radio, Jeremiah? Is the hay going to have a patach under it or a kamatz?
Pata.
Does the race, could the race be doubled?
No.
So then the patach would not be underneath the hay, it would be a kamatz. So it would be a ha-radio.
Harvard.
And how do you say from the radio?
That the
Come on.
me, radio.
That's right, me ha-radio. All right, Baruch, continue.
Okay. Università. And it's, let me see. Okay, la università, ha università, it would be, may ha università.
Good. Next one.
Bayit, bayit, is it ha bayit, so may ha bayit.
Yofi. Next one.
Eitan, is that his name?
No, it's a newspaper.
Oh, is that a newspaper or a meat newspaper?
A newspaper.
Oh, Eton.
That's it.
So it would be May how Tom.
Meha Iton.
Maha Eton.
Say it again. Meha Iton.
May ha Eton.
That's better. And the spelling of the word Iton, without vowels, she has a yud after the ayin. With vocalization, the ayin has a short chiruk under it, and dagesh chazak in the top. All right, finish up the exercise, Ellie. Next one.
Okay, I just want to make sure what the word is because there are two translations I can come up with. I have chavra for company and then I have chavera for girlfriend.
Okay,
So I don't know which one.
you can use either one.
Does girlfriend mean like a woman you're dating or a girl that's a friend?
No, chavera is like my girlfriend. Dating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Chavera
well,
sheli.
Oh, no wonder when I told this person, I need help answering
Yeah.
It's not just simply one that you did. Chavira is an acquaintance
Yeah,
also.
also
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can be, a lot of it is like girlfriend.
All right. Once I'll go into a second. Just select one word. Which word you want to use?
I'll use companies or it makes sense.
How you say the word for company then?
Chavla,
Kavura?
chavla,
Kavura.
yeah,
Kavura.
chavla.
Right. Yeah, I heard you.
I know the
I'm going to double check if Kavura is found. The word chevra is a better better. The word chevra. Let me just see something here.
what if they just
Havara. Wait a minute. Havara could also be used. I'll explain. I'll just wait a minute. People, you're just wait a minute. Let me just see something here.
doesn't mean no at all. It depends on what the vowels are.
Oh,
Because it's spelled the exact same.
Havara. Okay. Nope. I'm right. The word company, he has it as chevra, not chavara. Chevra.
Evra with
Sego and nitachet.
okay. Evra, not chavla.
All right, chavara. I can see we can see that, but the word is the proper word is chevra.
so with the cigar or?
Sego. I'll put it on the board in a second. Let's let them do the exercise. Go ahead.
Okay. And hachevra, it'd be kamatz. Or not kamatz. Patach.
Why a pata? Because the chet second against
Is
chazak.
it's not one of the five. A chet.
The chet is one of the 5 letters.
Oh, okay, so it would be a kamatz then. My bad. So hachevra with the kamatz under the chet or the hay. Then me'achavra. So kosere.
Okay, it's here. Mea chevra. Okay, oh, whatever. I'll go into that word in a second. First, finish up the exercise. Go ahead, next word.
Professor, professor, patach, and then professor with the
Okay,
sere under them. Then ochim is guests, ochim with a kamatz under the hay, and then ochim with a sere under them.
okay, good enough. All right, he's got down everything. Let me just make sure we understand what's going on with some of the confusion right now. Just follow me as I try to do this properly. Okay, the root of the word that's bothering Ellie and myself and everybody is het bet resh. Any word that has these 3 root letters implies connection, implies a type of unity, but somehow you're connected. From that word, you get the word chaver. Chaver is a friend, chaver is a comrade. The feminine singular of chaver, watch what I'm doing. I write out the word as you see it. I add a kamatse. I then do my syllabication. I've got 3 syllables. This kamatse is 2 places removed from the accent, which is normally the last syllable of the word, and so it reduces to a hatapata. The word chavera is the pointing of that word. Chavera is a comrade. Chavera is a girlfriend. Chavera is a significant other. Somebody who is closely, intimately associated with you is a chavera. If you belong to a group of friends and you do things together, then you have chaverim. If I take the word chaver and chavera and make that word plural, well, masculine plural will be what? Wait a minute, Laura, please. I write the word chaverim out. I have a problem of the kamatz. So this is my teeth here. Being two places removed from the accent, it therefore reduces to its front now. In its place, we have the hatapatach. Chaverim is the plural of chaver, and chaverot is the plural of chavera. Just wait a minute. Notice the spelling, a hatapatach, like a match is several places removed from the accent. Additionally, chaverim could be a mixed multitude, boys, girls, men, women. That's chaverim. Chaverot is strictly only women. Women as women are women. And chaver is the same thing. But normally when it comes to singular, we make a distinction between chavira and chaver. Comes to the plural, when chaverim could be both male and female.
Okay, all right. So you're addressing your girlfriend. How do you say dear Habera, my dear Habera, when you see her?
Chavira means your associate. When you want to use it in that way, then chavira could be your close friend, your girlfriend.
Yeah, but how do you
But
say
you want to say dear, like
I
my
want to say
dear girlfriend.
Yeah, my dear Habera. When you greet her and you haven't seen her, how do you say that? Can you write it?
No, the word yadid is the word for dear. Yadidit, chavira yadidit. I don't know how a person would say my dear girlfriend with the word chavira.
Well, it's not in the translation. It doesn't.
It probably is a way of saying it. I'm just not part of that type of language.
What would you say? Habibi, Habera, Habibi, Habibti.
That's Arabic.
Okay.
It's Persian.
Arabic.
All right.
They sing the song Habibi, ya Habibi.
Baruch, let me get back to my room. The word chavir, I guess when you walk with someone and someone wants to know who you walk with, you say, this is my chavira. So in that sense, yes, it means my girlfriend, my associate, etc. But chavira can also be a companion that works with you. After a while, 8 hours a day, that woman that works in the same place as you do is more than just simply an associate, more than just simply a person. It depends on how you want to use those words. Yadid, yadidi. The word yadid is another word, yadid. Yadid is a dear one. Yadid is a precious one. And then my precious one, you add the long chirik, sign of possession, and this comes reduces from now, as the accent is on the last syllable. You don't say yadidi, it's yadidi. Yadidi.
Oh, there's a famous song. Can you help me with the
I'm
pronunciation?
sure they're famous songs.
Well, no, really, it's called Yedidi Hashafta.
Okay.
I only got the second part, but now I got the first part.
Whatever. All right, let me get back to this thing now. Okay, so the word chaver, and from words with the chet bet resh, let me just go into another word. The word chibur, for example. A chibur, a composition. A composition is adding and connecting paragraph to paragraph. So it's the same root, the word to connect, association. And then you have the word chevra. Chevra is the word I use, and chevra is the word that's used also as far as the dictionary goes. Chevra is a whole group of people. It also has a sentimental feeling to it. Chevra is my group. It's a group that you feel comfortable with. Or if you work with a group of scholars, or when I write them a letter, dear Chevra, Shalom Chevra. Colleagues is the word you have in English, I guess. And I think the word you use is Chavara.
Chavera.
Okay. And then Eli is introduced us to another word, Chavira. But that word Chavira, did you say Chavara or Chav? Oh, if you're going to use Chavira, then that's feminine singular already. Maybe we're using Chavara for the Kamatz. I can only tell you that the dictionary, which is our source, has the word Chevra, not Chavara. Whatever.
I just read it wrong.
Okay, not a problem.
But the two I was saying was chavera, so girlfriend, and then I was saying
Okay.
Chemra. Those were the two I was
Aren't you
looking
seem to be fixated with Javira to be a girlfriend?
looking for one, that's why.
I'm just,
Your phone, right?
how's that?
Your phone, Tel Aviv?
My what?
Your phone.
My phone?
No, your phone. No, never mind. I was asking about this.
Baruch, I'm sure you're saying cute things. I just don't hear you. I'm worried about my teeth falling out. During the break, I'll put some paste in it. All right, we still have enough time, a lot of time, in fact. All right, we need to do more Hebrew right now. Okay, we basically have done everything so far with the men. We're now looking at page 137. Add a preposition bet and a definite article. So now it's a bet letter. The bet is going to follow the same rules as the lamed. An example given, campus, and in the campus or on the campus is ba campus. You have ha campus, strike out the hay, bet 6 movement vowel. Okay, Yirmiyahu, back to you again.
So that and the preposition. Okay. Ba ba capucine.
That's right.
Oh, that's it. Oh, ba capucine sim America.
Okay, but you have a bet letter from the word America.
Oh,
So,
bet
okay, bet America, good. All right, let's try this again. Read the two words as they're written, then do the translation, then do the transition.
as they're written. It's
You just read them. Just read
ba
it.
ba capu ba
Don't read it with the ba yet.
oh,
Just read the word.
capucine America.
Bet
Bet
America.
America. Okay.
Now do the transformation.
Right. That's ba capucine um, bet America.
That's right. You're not going to have the bet change in front of America. You're not going to say ba America. Bet America, you leave alone. It's the word campus, meaning in the campuses of America, in America. All right, read the next word.
The next word is kibbutzim.
Oh, kibbutzim, yes.
Kibbutzim, and then it would be kibbutz.
Okay, ba kibbutz, make it plural. Ba kibbutzim.
Oh,
Don't change, the word stays the same. It's the bet that's going to be added. All right, the next one.
Newspapers. That was Eton. Papers. Eton.
Eton, but it has a plural to it. Etonim. That's right, by Etonim. Good.
It wouldn't be bad, Etonim?
I'm sorry?
It wouldn't be bad, Etonim?
Not be, it's ba.
Oh, because of the original.
You understand? It says here, and the definite article. So the definite article will be ha Etonim. The bet comes along, it strikes out the hay, ba Etonim. And Yirmiyahu, what would be the vowel marker underneath the bet? Is it a patak or is it a kamatz? Okay, the letter Itonim begins with the letter ayin. Could the ayin take a dagesh hazak?
No.
So then the patak would not be underneath the bet. It would have to be a kamatz. The hay will have a kamatz under it. All right, Baruch, continue.
Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, so Hadasot. Okay, so it'd be Bahadashot.
And underneath the bet,
Straight dash would Patach,
No, not a patach.
Kamatz.
A kamatz. Well, let him work it out.
Okay. So, yeah. Bahadasot,
And what does bachadashot mean in English?
I don't know, man.
Okay, hadashot is the word news, news, news. And a bet is the word in, on, with. That's right. Word in.
Okay.
Next word.
Oh, radio.
I add the bet now.
Yeah, radio. Okay, so I was, okay. So it would be, Kamatz.
Good.
Okay. Radio.
Radio. Okay, take the next one.
Okay. Television.
Ellie, let us try to figure it out.
Television. What is that? Television?
The word for television, televisia.
Yeah, okay, television. Okay, so it would be bad television with a pata.
Good. And take one more.
Okay. Hayim. That means days. Can
That's hate. Hayim is something else. When you
seas.
again,
Seas. Ocean. Hayim. I don't know what is it.
Hayim is not sin.
Seas. Ocean. Like Hayom. What is it?
When you drink something, the Hayim, what do you mean by that?
Here to life.
That's what Hayim means is life. Hayim is to life. Hayim is life.
Oh, okay. So be the best to be go with the pata. Bahayim.
Again, if the head cannot be doubled, then I presume it will be a kamatz.
Oh, okay. Kamat. Okay. It can be doubled because it's vertical.
That's right. So Bachayim. All right, let's now get Ellie trapped in this. Read the word as it is.
Chanut.
Go ahead.
Chanut. With the commas under the bed.
Okay.
What?
You're trapped.
It can't be doubled.
All right.
No, French is my
If Ellie falls, then we all fall. Let me have your attention. The word chanut
I forgot it, but I couldn't understand more.
is spelled with a medium kamatz underneath the chet. Definite article
So Bechanut, sorry.
is where Segol. Strike it out. Bechanut.
My bad.
Please keep this in mind. If your original letter has a medium kamatz under it,
Yeah.
then the Segol is underneath the
My
head.
bad.
Okay.
There were a couple words before I was like, shouldn't it be bad instead of ba?
Well,
Yeah, I'll just continue.
okay.
Supermarket. Supermarket. Ba supermarket.
Okay.
Supermarket.
Okay, before you go any further, I find it interesting Ed the Coffin uses some modern words, you might say. Again, this book goes back a few decades. Televisia, she has supermarket here, she has radio, computer she doesn't have. So it's before the computer age. Okay, so by supermarket, continue.
Avodah. Work. Be'avodah.
What should I need to bet?
For me, it makes sense to say be, but it's not. It's ba.
Okay,
Commas.
okay, it is a patach. The word avodah is spelled with an ayin with a chata patach under it, so it's not a question of media kamatz.
So it's ba avodah.
It's ba'avodah.
Be'avodah. Then Sefot.
Continue.
Sefot. I can't read this word for some reason.
Okay, no, the word is not read correctly. All right, Baruch, could you read that last word?
Sikavot. Books.
Sefarot. Books is Sefarim.
Yeah.
All right, the word is.
It's a country.
Wait a minute. The word is Sifrut. Sifrut is the Hebrew word for literature.
I completely forgot about that word.
Literature.
Literature.
Yes.
Sifrut. The shoresh of all these words is Samach Peresh. Sefer is the word for book. Safran's librarian, etc.
Sefer is book,
Sifrut is literature.
but it's just a root word in Sifut. The root is Sefer. That's why he wrote that.
So the ba.
Yeah. Basafut.
Basifru. Basifu with the commas.
No.
No.
Pata.
Yeah.
We have too many voices. Let me just handle this. It's Basifrut. All right, people, we're going through false here, but all right. All right, the next one is change the following nouns from indefinite to definite. So what you have here with the lamed, the mem, etc., assume that they're all indefinite words and then convert it to definite. This is going to be a difficulty. Are you Yahoo try it with the first word?
Okay, so library is Sifriya's library.
That's right.
Okay.
So the first word is to a library.
A library.
How do you say that in Hebrew?
Library.
Okay,
Sifriya?
that's it. Good. Lisifriya.
La.
Not la. Le.
Le.
Lisifriya to a library. Now she's asking us to make it a definite now, to the library. How do you say to the library?
When we take from the indefinite to the definite, so it'd be hey. Definite would be hey Sifriya. Definite.
Le is to a. Think about the definite article first.
Yeah, the definite would be ha Sifriya.
La sifriya.
La.
La.
You change it from le to la.
Okay.
Le is to a and la is to the. All right, take the next one. Take two of them now. Take the next one. Go down.
Um, um,
Okay, we'll have to go faster now. All right, Baruch, read the next one.
Is it Machiavelli? Or the one on the bottom?
So, Ellie, be quiet. Ellie, let him work it through.
Mimitawan?
Okay, teatron, first of all.
Theatron.
Teatron.
Theatron.
How do you say from a theater?
Me theatron.
How do you say from the theater?
La.
From the.
From the would be me theatron.
Mehateatron.
Me theatron. Okay.
The haze has to be there if the mem word is being used. Take the next one, Baruch.
Okay, so Bamishrat.
No. It's the indefinite noun in a office.
I'm trying to say the word first and then Bamishrat. Okay.
Va is in the.
Okay, yeah, okay, so it would be may ha the
No. Read the word as you see it there.
the Mishrat.
That's better. Bin misrad, in an office. Bin misrad. How do you say in the office?
Um, Bar Mitzvah or
That's it. Bar mitzvah, correct. The next one, Ellie.
Kolnoa. I don't think you need a Kolnoa.
That's right. This one doesn't have any bakal or mem letters, so just put a different article. Hakonoa.
with a comma.
No, the konoa, the letter kluf can take a dagesh chazak. Hakonoa, the hay has a patach under it.
It's not one of the five.
Again, Baruch, unless you have the four laryngeal letters on the I, the letter resh, the hay is pointed with a patach. Ellie, continue.
Bedor. So Bador.
I hear you. After the word konoa, the word underneath it.
Doer. Dor.
No, the word above the door.
Le Kolnoa.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay, Likonoa. Now make it to the movie house or to the cinema.
La Kolnoa.
That's better. Likonoa, Lakonoa. Take now the last word in that column.
So here, now Bedor.
Again, let me hear it.
Bedor.
The door.
So L. Or you want me to make it with the hay?
Now make it definite.
Bador.
That's it. Again, people, the instructions is change the following nouns from the indefinite bid doar in a post office, or by a post.
Dor is post office or mail?
Doar means post office. It also can be mail. Can be post, P-O-S-T, meaning mail.
That was a kamat.
Again,
That was a kamat.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
The kamat under there.
I'm not hearing you.
A kamat with a kamat.
Is it a
Come
comma?
on, underneath the hay.
No.
No. People, you're all wrong on all this. The word doar, is that what you're talking about? Just
No, we're talking about the beds. Does it have a comma?
I know what you're talking about. Let's first write out that word door. Hadoar is with a pata. There comes along Badoar with a pata, not with a kamatz. The daled letter can take a dagesh chazak. The bakal letter strikes out the hay. It doesn't come before the hay. Let's finish up this exercise. All right, back to you, Baruch.
Okay.
Second column now.
Okay. Mehaberim. Mehaberim.
No. The mem is in front of the chet letter, so mechaverim.
Mehaberim.
And how do you say from the friends?
Okay, from the fans would be Mehaberim or Mahaberim.
Add the word hey in front of friends, chaverim, then hachaverim, then mehachaverim. All right, let's try this again. I know this is getting very, very, difficult. Just follow the rules. Chaverim, the friends, hachaverim. In light of the fact that he cannot take a dagesh vazak, put a kamatz here. From the friends, the mem is pointed with a tzere in front of the hey letter. The mem does not replace the hey. Mehachaverim. Just go slowly. Take the next one, Baruch. Again, look at the word, then add the indefinite sign, and then to make it definite.
Behadarim.
Good, go ahead.
Behadarim. So it would be Bahadarim, but then you would put the M in front of it, cancel it, the H, and you would say the ma behadarim.
No. The ma, first of all, you're trying to use a mem letter. Hadarim is the word for rooms. In the rooms, you don't add a mem. You have the letter bet that's given to you. All right, let's just find out what you got here. The word cheder. Oh, it's so important to go over this with vowels. Cheder in the plural is chadarim. I'm sorry for taking time right now. I need to do this. A second noun. The plural second nouns are shva, akamatz, achirkir mem, yeled, yiladim. Cheder is a second noun. In the plural should be chidarim. The chet cannot take a shvana. It is placed to chatapata. That's why it's chadarim. It's a second noun with the original letter. Keep that in mind. Now the phrase given to you as written is in the rooms. Let me check with my glasses. Is the word in the rooms. In rooms, in rooms, in the rooms. Okay, when you have the word hadarim like this, the bet letter is bachadarim. We double check. The word is chadarim, an indefinite noun, so it's bachadarim, in rooms. Then when you make a definite, the hey letter this is indefinite, bachadarim. You have the word chadarim. Adds your hey. The hey is before the original letter, the chet, so the hey will have a kamatz under it. Ha-chadarim is the rooms. The bet letter comes along, strikes out the hey, and the form is bachadarim, with a medial kamatz, not with a patah. This is in rooms, this is in the rooms. Sound is the same, the spelling is different. Okay, take one more. Baruch.
Okay, so it would be, I'm just bringing this up for myself, that would be it, like, okay, the next one would be, le iton,
Okay.
is it le iton?
Yes, le'ito means for a newspaper or to a newspaper or of a newspaper. Now make it definite.
Okay. Ha le tion, and then you would put the ba, where it gets an H, it would be the original letter, so it would be a kamatz, ba li ition,
It's a lamed, first of all. La'iton.
or la iton.
Yeah. The lamed is very small in print, I guess.
Ba iton, and that would be.
Ba'ito means in the newspaper, but the letter she's using here is a lamed, not a bet.
Oh, okay, so, it, okay, so this is, so, okay, so it'd be la iton.
That's it. All right, finish it up now, Eli. Next one.
Meiton, then Maiton.
Okay, Maytone is what's written. How do you say from the newspaper?
From the Haiton.
That's better. Meha'iton. Or the next one.
Bachanut.
Bechanut.
Bechanut or Bachanut.
Again?
Bachanut.
No.
Oh, it's not definite article.
The chet has a kamatz under it. So definite article will be with sagol. Chanut, hechanut, and then bechanut.
So it wouldn't change.
How's that?
So it wouldn't change.
Sure it changes. If you say in a store, then the bet letter has a shana under it. In a. Normal pointing of the letter bet is in.
Okay.
So the word is chanut. The bet will be bichanut. In the store, you got to say go now with the hey. The store, hey chanut. The bet,
Oh, I misheard you. Okay. Okay, I misheard you. I misheard you when you corrected me.
okay. All right, finish up the exercise.
Chanuyot. You want me to say hachanuyot? Hachanuyot? Hachanuyot?
Okay, wait a minute. What's underneath the hey?
Okay.
I mean, what's underneath the hey?
Oh, the dagesh in the middle, so it's going to be a command.
Come on.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
het already
All
has
right,
the
just
bottom.
all right, all right. All right, he's also struggling because of some of the sounds. Let's make sure we understand this.
Water.
The word chanut. If I want to make it definite, the hey gets a sego. The word in the plural chanut is chanuyot. And so the chet letter, the hey in front of the chet letter will have a kamatz. This doesn't have a kamatz under it.
Oh, it's
All right, people, this is really difficult at first, but I hope some of this will pick up. All right, I realize the time. Why don't you take a 20-minute break? You'll have time for tonight, don't worry. Take your regular break right now. We'll see you in 20 minutes. It's around 25 after, I'll see you. I gotta take care of my teeth right now. It's just falling apart. Ay, 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 ay.
It does Persian Moroccan. It says Moroccan.
Mark, I don't hear you.
Oh, his father's Persian. Persian Moroccan. It's such a mixture sometimes.
All right, so let me take care of myself now. All right.